Welcome back to Modern Warrior Project, and today we're talking about the unthinkable, a nuclear attack. Either the direct military type or the more likely dirty bomb style expected from a terrorist attack. It's a scenario nobody wants to consider, but preparing for it could potentially mitigate the consequences for you. In those terrifying first few moments, every second counts. Your initial actions aren't just about survival, they're about instinctual response. When that flash lights up the sky, brighter than 1,000 suns, what you do in the next few seconds determines everything. Don't freeze. You see the flash, you dash. When I say dash, I mean moving as fast as humanly possible to any substantial cover. We're talking concrete, steel, anything that can absorb the initial blast and thermal pulse. Interior rooms without windows are your best bet. The more walls between you and the blast, the better. Forget about grabbing your bug-out bag or calling loved ones in the immediate aftermath. That comes later. The priority is immediate structural protection. There's a difference between cover and concealment. Cover, like a thick concrete wall or a basement, will protect you from direct blast effects and radiation. Concealment, like hiding behind a bush, will not. You want cover. If you can get underground, a basement, a subway station, a reinforced bunker, that's optimal. Every foot of earth or concrete between you and the blast reduces your exposure significantly. Lie flat with your feet toward the blast face down and cover your face and head as best you can. Once you've found that immediate shelter, the primary threat presses in: radioactive fallout. It's not something you can see, smell, or taste, but it's incredibly dangerous. Think of it like ash from a volcanic eruption. But it's radioactive particles sucked up into the atmosphere during the blast that now drift back down to Earth. This isn't just about avoiding more exposure. If you were outside and then dash to cover, your first priority, after securing basic shelter, is immediate decontamination. Here's what you do: strip, wash, stay. Get rid of your outer layers of clothing immediately. These clothes are carrying radioactive particles. Carefully remove your shoes and outer clothing, turning them inside out as you take them off to contain the fallout. Place them in a sealed plastic bag, as far away from you and others as possible within your shelter. Then, if water is available, wash any exposed skin and hair thoroughly with soap and water. If no water, use a damp cloth or even a dry brush to vigorously brush off particles from your skin and hair. Pay attention to your hands, face, and any open wounds. It's about removing those deadly particles before they can cause more damage. This is a critical step in reducing your radiation dose. This is why sheltering in place for at least the first 12 to 24 hours, or even longer, is absolutely crucial. The intensity of radiation decays rapidly over time. The old rule of thumb is the 7/10 rule. For every 7-fold increase in time after detonation, the radiation intensity reduces by a factor of 10. So after 7 hours, it's 10 times less potent. After 49 hours, it's 100 times less. But in those first hours, it's deadly. You need to seal off your shelter, close all windows and doors, turn off heating and air conditioning units, and use duct tape and plastic sheeting to seal any cracks or vents to prevent particles from entering. Remember, every little bit of protection helps. Being stuck inside means you need to be self-sufficient. First up, water. You'll need at least 1 gallon per person per day for drinking and basic hygiene. Stock up on bottled water and know how to safely use stored water from things like toilets, the tank, not the bowl, or hot water heaters. Next, food. Non-perishable, ready-to-eat items are key: MREs, canned goods, energy bars. Don't forget a first aid kit with essential medications, bandages, and any prescription meds you need. Communication is vital. A hand crank or battery-powered NOAA weather radio will be your lifeline for official instructions. Avoid using cell phones unless absolutely necessary, and only if they still function, which they likely will not if you are this close to the blast. Sanitation is often overlooked, but it's crucial. Designate a sealed-off area for human waste, using a bucket with a tight-fitting lid and garbage bags. Minimize activity to conserve energy and supplies. Simply put, stay inside, stay calm, and stay informed. The first hours after a nuclear event are about immediate survival and securing your protective position. The critical takeaway is that your best chance of survival drastically increases with preparation and logical action, especially during those initial moments. It's not about being a doomsday prepper living in a bunker forever. It's about having the essential knowledge and supplies for those first critical hours. This is just the beginning of understanding preparedness. What's next? After securing immediate shelter, long-term food, water, and security become new priorities. If you found this information valuable, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We've got a ton more content coming your way on how to develop true freedom and confidence through community and training. Stay safe, stay prepared, and I'll catch you in the next one.